Hello from Kingfisher, Oklahoma. We've been jumping into Proverbs, and we're seeing that it is comparing wisdom and foolishness. And we're finding that wisdom is doing things God's way and following His commands, and foolishness is doing everything else. So let's jump right into Proverbs 19. Better is the poor that walketh in his integrity than he that is perverse in his lips and is a fool. Also that the soul be without knowledge, it is not good, and he that hasteth with his feet sinneth. The foolishness of man perverteth his way, and his heart fretteth against the Lord. Wealth maketh many friends, but the poor is separated from his neighbor. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall not escape. Many will entreat the favor of the prince, and every man is a friend to him that giveth gifts. All the brethren of the poor do hate him. How much more do his friends go far from him? He pursueth them with words, yet they are wanting to him. He that getteth wisdom loveth his own soul, and he that keepeth understanding shall find good. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall perish. Delight is not seemly for a fool, much less a servant, to have rule over princes. The discretion of a man deferreth his anger, and it is his glory to pass over a transgression. The king's wrath is as a roaring of a lion, but his favor is as dew on the grass. A foolish son is a calamity to his father, and the contentions of a wife are a continual dripping. House and riches are inheritance of fathers, and a prudent wife is from the Lord. Slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep, and an idle soul shall suffer hunger. He that keepeth the commandment keepeth his own soul, but he that despises his ways shall die. He that hath pity on the poor lendeth to the Lord, and that which he hath given he will pay him again. Chasten thy son while there is still hope, and let not thy soul spare him for his crying. A man of great wrath will suffer punishment, for if thou deliver him, you must do it again. Hear counsel, receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end. There are many devices in a man's heart, nevertheless the counsel is of the Lord, and that shall stand. The desire of a man is his kindness, and a poor man is better than a liar. The fear of the Lord tendeth to life, and he that hath it shall abide satisfied, and he shall not be visited with evil. A slothful man hideth his hand in his bosom, and is not so much as to bring it to his mouth again. Smite a scorner, and the simple will beware. Reprove one that hath understanding, and he will understand knowledge. He that wasteth his father and chaseth away his mother is a son that causeth shame and bringeth reproach. Cease, my son, to hear the instructions that cause to err from the words of knowledge. An ungodly witness scorneth judgment, and the mouth of the wicked devoureth iniquity. Judgments are prepared for scorners, and stripes for the back of fools. Okay, a lot of wisdom in there. Again, some super famous lines there. A foolish son is calamity. The contentions of a wife are a continual dripping. This is a couple times in Proverbs, meaning, the wife that is rah, 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 it just drives you crazy. Now, I'm not saying she doesn't have good reason to do that. I'm not saying men are perfect, but that's in there a couple times. All I'm saying. The foolish son is shame to his father, brings calamity. That's in there a few times. We had a couple in here about a work ethic. Slothfulness will cast into a deep sleep. The idle soul will suffer hunger. Look, if you don't work hard, you probably won't have anything to eat. So, unless God intervenes, that's the cycle of life. You work hard, you reap the benefits there. Again, there are some cases where God intervenes and provides. So I'm not saying that. Smite a scorner, and then he'll be like, oh, sorry, But then if you just correct somebody with understanding, he understands knowledge. So on the wisdom scale, the wiser a man is, the easier he responds to situations without such drastic measures like getting slapped. And a fool's back deserves stripes, like you could get whipped. There's some great lines in there. Wealth makes many friends, and don't we know that? It's people are wealthy. All these people come out of the woodwork and want to be friendly. But the poor, his neighbor doesn't even like him. There's a few things about the poor there. It's interesting. But I loved what it was saying. It's better to be poor than to be a liar. Better to be poor than this. So, it's not the worst thing. Having integrity and being righteous is worth it, even if you're poor. Let's jump into Proverbs 20. Wine is a mocker. Strong drink is raging. And whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. The fear of the king is as the roaring of a lion. Whoso provoketh him to anger sinneth against his own soul. It's an honor for a man to cease from strife, but every fool will be meddling. The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. Therefore shall he beg in harvest and have nothing. Counsel of the heart is like deep water. Counsel in the heart of man is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Most men will proclaim every one his own goodness, but a faithful man who can find? The just man walketh in his integrity, his children are blessed after him. A king sitteth on the throne of judgment, scattereth away all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have made my heart clean, I am pure from my sin? Diverse weights and diverse measures, both of them alike are an abomination to the Lord. Got to keep it the same. You can't cheat people. Even a child is known by his doings, whether his work be pure and whether it be right. The hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord hath made both of them. Love not sleep, lest thou come to poverty. Open thy eyes, and thou shalt be satisfied with bread. It is not, said the buyer. But then, when he is gone his way, he boasteth. There is gold and a multitude of rubies, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel. Take his garment if he's a surety for a stranger, and take a pledge of him for a strange woman. Bread of deceit is sweet to a man, but afterwards it shall fill his mouth with gravel. Every purpose is established by counsel, and with good advice make war. He that goeth about as the talebearer revealeth secrets. Therefore meddle not with him that flattereth in his lips. Whoso curses his father and his mother, his lamp shall be put out in obscure darkness. An inheritance may be gotten hastily at the beginning, but the end shall not be blessed. Say not thou, I will recompense evil, but wait on the Lord, and he will save thee. Diverse weights are an abomination to the Lord, and a false balance is not good. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? It is a snare to the man who devoureth that which is holy, and after vows, then make an enquiry. A wise king scattereth the wicked, and bringeth the weal over them. The spirit of the man is a candle to the Lord, searching all the inward parts of the belly. Mercy and truth preserve a king, and his throne is upholden by mercy. The glory of young men is their strength, and the beauty of old men is the gray head. The blueness of a wound cleanseth away all evil. So do stripes the inward parts of the belly. So we got a few things about kings and their reign and how their wrath is like a roaring lion, and what they should be doing, and his eyes are chasing people away, just the power that a king has. So we get that. Also, a couple of things about having weights and measures that aren't right. The Lord enjoys a just scale. We're not supposed to be cheating people. We're supposed to be doing the right thing. Even a child is known if he does the right thing. And again, some more about laziness there. I think there's a common theme running through. You know, people like getting away with stuff. Bread of deceit is sweet to men. Look, I got this great deal because I stole it, or I cheated somebody else and it's great. And it feels good at the time, maybe, but then it just ends up as gravel in your mouth. That's a picture. Awful. Awful. Don't think I'd like that. This one just kind of caught me. The spirit of a man is the candle of the Lord. The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord, searching all the inward parts. That's just unique, a unique saying. It may be deeper than I can handle right now. I don't know. But God is searching us. He knows all the inward parts. He knows everything. He knows whether we're the wise man or the foolish man, whether we're seeking him or not. And, you know, he's not confounded by our spirit. So anyway, good poetry, of course, and loved it. Great words of wisdom. It's a good book. It's a good book. Glad that you're joining me with it. Looking forward to more of it. So we'll catch you next time.